Welcome back to Time to Talk Tuesday. Today we are going to talk about how we talk about family members and two different ways and two different spaces. Everybody needs a safe space where you can just say whatever is on your mind, you can let it out, you can let it go, and that's okay, right? But we also have our everyday conversation. So, what I might say to my best friend is not necessarily the same thing that I'm going to say if I'm on the phone talking to my aunt or talking in front of my children and my grandchildren. Let me give you an example. If I am talking to my best friend about my aunt Karen, and Karen is a mess. Karen is a mess. She is a hoarder. Her house smells. Last time I was there were flies in the kitchen. I don't think she's ever thrown anything away. When I was there, she was actually buying more things. I opened the refrigerator. I couldn't even, the food, there was clearly food rotting in the refrigerator. She is messy. She is horrible. I don't know what is wrong with her. That might be a conversation you have in your safe space with your person, right? Get it out, have the conversation, and okay, I feel better. What can we do to help? The conversation that you have differently than that, and for some people, they don't have a safe space person and they do talk therapy, right? It's a safe place is to talk to a counselor. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind, though, if you're talking to your safe space person, who else is around you? Because if you're using your safe space and your safe space person, that means it's private. And that means that you keep it private and they keep it private. Here's the difference if we're talking about Aunt Karen, the hoarder, right? If I am talking to my best friend about Aunt Karen and how messy she is, in front of my adult grandchild who is really struggling for whatever reasons, depression, maybe her space is too small, maybe she just doesn't have organization skills, whatever it is. My adult grandchild, what are we going to call her? Let's call her Kimberly. If I'm talking to my best friend about Aunt Karen, while Kimberly is in the room or Kimberly is listening or Kimberly is present, Kimberly is probably going to internalize a lot of those judgments and things that were said about Karen. Even if no one else is feeling those things about Kimberly, Kimberly's probably already feeling bad about her space and that it's not as clean as somebody else's, or that it's a mess, or that she forgot tomatoes in the bottom of her refrigerator and she just had to throw them out because there was mold on them. And she's really not any different than Aunt Karen at all because she also had rotting food in her refrigerator. So, do you see what I mean by the difference? Our words have power a lot of times when we're not even paying attention to the audience, who else is there, who else might hear, and internalizing those judgments to themselves, which is impeding their success, even if that's not what you meant. So make sure when you're having those family conversations about someone else, because that's where those things tend to generally happen, right? In families. Make sure that you are having the opportunity to have the clarity of, are you in your safe space with your safe space person, or are you in an everyday conversation and leaving damage as you go?